Hi, I'm Elaine Harding. Welcome to my blog at stampwithelaine.com. Today's project is a quick and simple card I made with the Life is Beautiful photopolymer stamp set. It's on page 51 of the August to December 2020 mini. I did it in the 4 seasons, so there's spring. This is summer, so we're going to be doing the summer one, autumn and winter. I will go through what I used at the end of the video, so bear with me, but for today we're going to be making this one. The card base is in soft sea foam. It's 8 1/4 inches by 5 7/8 in metric. That's 21 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters. The Whisper White inside layer and the card front layer 1 are both cut at 5 1/2 by 3 3/4 inches. That's 14 centimeters by 9.5 centimeters. Card layer 2 for the card front is in soft sea foam, and that is 1/8 of an inch smaller, so that's 5 3/8 by 3 5/8 in metric. That's 13.7 by 9.2 centimeters. Card front layer 3 for stamping on, that's 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. In metric, that would be 13.3 centimeters by 8.9 centimeters. The inks we are using are Cinnamon Cider, Granny Apple Green, Just Jade and Soft Sea Foam, Holiday Rhinestones and the Stamparatus. So first I'm going to stamp the tree in my Stamparatus, butt it up right into the corner, grab a magnet and secure that, ink up the tree and stamp. And while I've got the Stamparatus, I'm going to switch the plate over and stamp my sentiment in Just Jade. First I'm going to stamp the birdhouse inside a cinnamon. I want the birds in a different colour, so what I'm going to do is dab off the colour where the birds are. Then I'm going to use the brush end of the marker to ink up the birds. I'm going to huff on it. At the moment with this COVID-19 thing, it's not good to do that, but if you're working on your own, and that's perfectly acceptable, and you give it a good clean afterwards. Now, as you can see, this stamp here, when you stamp it, there are 2 leaves that come out from there, and what I've done is I've actually cut it so that I can use it separately as accent pieces, and it's just as easy to put this back if you want it as a whole. Just pop it back like that and you can use it as it was originally intended. To create more versatility, you can actually cut that portion off. So now I'm going to switch inks, and I'm going to go with the lightest one first, which is the Soft Sea Foam. Bring this away from the edge, and I'm going to stamp randomly. I've cleaned my stamp, and now I'm changing ink pads to Granny Apple Green. And lastly to Just Jade. I've smudged this here, so I think I might maybe take my leaves down a bit further to cover that up. And lastly, something to ground the tree. Do the inside of the card as well. I'm just going to use this little one for some accent pieces. And then I can glue that to the inside of my card. So you can tell it's a very hot day, so the glue is flowing freely. Too freely, in fact. So first we'll glue this piece to the soft sea foam layer. And then this to Just Jade. And lastly to the card base. Grab a holiday rhinestone and just pop that there. So before I go, I promised to talk you through how I did the other seasonal ones. See how these two effectively are the same cards, but they still look different. Right, let's start with the spring. This is in Petal Pink with Flirty Flamingo cardstock, and the inks I used were Cinnamon Cider, Petal Pink, Flirty Flamingo and Magenta Madness. That is from the Timeless Label Punch, and this is the Petal Pink striped ribbon with the elegant elegant gems. The summer one I've just done, so I won't talk you through that. Then we have the autumn. The autumn is with Cinnamon Cider. I use the Stitch Rectangle dies and the 2020 to 2022 in colour ribbons. The colours I use for this one, the cardstock is in Cinnamon Cider and Bumblebee, and the inks I used were Cinnamon Cider, Bumblebee, Pumpkin Pie and Cajun Craze, and I used the Stitch Rectangle dies with the champagne rhinestones. For the winter one, I used Seaside Spray and Misty Moonlight and the Banners Pick-a-Patch. Again, this is Cinnamon Cider, Misty Moonlight, Seaside Foam, and this lovely new ribbon from the mini is the metallic mesh ribbon, and then I use the blue adhesive back gems. So I hope you've enjoyed today's tutorial, and I'll be back with more inspiration next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.